Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's so good to see you this morning. It's bright outside. I can see it, not even if it's a little bit chilly, but we are here today. It's a Tuesday where we bring you mindset change. And just before we start, I just want you to share the links so that we can have people join us and we can also have this free mentorship academy that we are undertaking every day of the week, Monday to Friday, for the last 4 years. Yes, for the last 4 years. As you know, those ones that are joining us for the very first time, Dr. Sunshine Sylvia Bimwansa, CEO of SBM Investments and lead consultant at the SBM Training and Consulting Institute. We come to you every single day. On Monday, we have Rev Water. So those ones that follow Rev Water, please just tune in and hear the other side of the story, because this is a follow-up of what we had yesterday, and it just meant so much to me. And I said, what is it that we can be able to follow through? On Wednesday, it's a market day where we actually invite every one of our mentees or every one of our colleagues who would like to market their products and services. Yes, and we also take advantage of just finishing off anything that is pending so that we can just make you feel like you are part of us. On Thursday, we've got Dr. Nelly, who comes to us and teaching us the things that are really like normal, but we really don't get to do them as normal. So she emphasizes on how we can have a full life, from bedroom to boardroom. And boardroom is just not any place, it's just the marketplace. And we've come to learn so much out of that. And on Friday, because we have to wake up every day, we have to live in this one body where we have to prevent all the sicknesses that can come just by precisely just drinking hot water or drinking tea every morning when we wake up, and we just make life happen. So today is a very special day where we just here managing, this mind that we have and what we are good at. So I just want you to say, if you are listening me from somewhere, just type yes, 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 we can hear you, and we are listening from you from such and such a place, so that we can just know that you are following. And for us, it does not matter whether I am speaking, to myself. I know someone is listening. Whether I am speaking to a lot of people, we know that one person is being impacted. Thank you, Shupi. You're welcome. You are one of the stars that we have who have been joining our morning calls for the last 4 years. And I remember when we used to be on Zoom, and before we made a transition to StreamYard, it was like, no, we want a Zoom, but with StreamYard, you can always go back, and if you find something is really great, you can actually share, and people would join in even after the show. So yes, Dr. Mwansa, Stephen, thank you so much. You are such an inspiration. You really add on to the things that really we need to happen. So thank you for calling us from McKinney, and we're good. We are so happy to have you on the call. So today's call, being a Monday, we were on Monday. Monday morning we have staff feedback of what happened last week and planning, our week. And so one of my team members brought out the picture of a boy in ragged clothes, looking in the mirror and seeing a well-groomed person, and it really made me think that you can dress up to the occasion, even if you're looking so good, but the person that you're seeing in the mirror is not you. And also it can be vice versa. that you cannot be that person that you haven't dressed up so good, but your attitude is making you look at that person that is the person that you're seeing. So you can actually see, his vision coupled with his attitude speaks volumes in mindset change process. You can see it from the invitation. Brave Water, you can probably just put the picture there so that we can just be able to see how our mindset really helps us to think through some of these things that we think are not really good to go. So attitude is a habit. Attitude is a habit. It's a habit of thought. Who you are is a function of specific choices that you have made. Who you are is not determined by how you look. Who you are is not determined by how you look. Where you live or who your parents were, you are where you are and what you are because of the dominating thoughts that occupy our minds. You have the power to change it, to be and to do anything. You've got everything that it takes for you to be able to do what you want. And so use it. When we look at power of positive expectancy, this is what it's talking about. Power of positive expectancy. Power of you thinking positive is what we are talking about. Yes, you see, that is I really was so intrigued with this picture. And I was really saying, if we can think like that, this world will be a better world to live in. If we can actually portray that image, I think, Rev, you can just make that picture sit there as we go through this mindset change program today, because there is so much power in positive expectancy. The one thing that will guarantee the successful conclusion of doubtful undertaking is faith. In the beginning, that you can do it. Faith actually makes it so good that this is who we are and this is what we can be when we think of something in that area. So positive expectancy is more than an intellectual acceptance of a fact. Positive expectancy of faith involves your whole being. And this picture just came through. There are so many pictures that people post on Facebook, and we interpret them the way we want. But for me, I was so happy that one of my team members just says, "Oh, this got my mind. This is like what we're always talking about when we actually are speaking change, because in our space, we also just want people to think through and what is it that you want. You come in gloomy and you want to portray that image to everyone, and sometimes it just doesn't even work well. You just get yourself frustrated because what you expect or what you're doing is really not the thing that you want. So positive expectancy, please type in the chat box. Positive expectancy makes you see the things that you want to see and makes it so possible for you to do the things that you want. Positive expectancy is really a fact of the matter that we are good of what we want to happen. So positive expectancy enables you to actually see, hear, feel, and smell. Smell and taste the reality of your expectation. The reality of your expectation. So, we say, sometimes, when we are doing a lot of things, or when we are, and I think you have heard this, a lot of times, that the sizzle sells the steak, which means you smell the aroma of the steak. you will enjoy the steak just because of the smell. Even if it's you walk in the room and you find a smell of maize is being cooked, you know you're going to enjoy that maize. So positive expectancy makes us really feel, see, feel, hear, and smell, taste. That really is good for us to to undertake something that we know is going to be good. You truly experience the future before it becomes reality. That is what that boy is there. He is smelling the future. He is putting himself in that I am this person, positive expectancy. You experience the future now in the present. You know what to do to draw the future possibility into present reality. That is the compelling power of positive expectancy. And positive expectancy is the essence, the deciding factor, and the secret of gaining the slight edge. The slight edge is enough to enable one person to exceed, the achievements of others to an almost unbelievable degree. And this is really something that we must do, something that we must undertake, something that is really, inside of us, and we want it to happen the way we feel and see things. Yet the difference is small. Ability and intelligence between winners and losers is almost always very small and insignificant. Um, some of these things sometimes we feel they are not even like necessary, and people start to complain when something hasn't come to them between the winner and the losers. I had an experience just this AGM where we have when I finished the year as the Lady Circle International President, I developed I did a trophy of FBM Secla to admire and gave it to the girls. And by that time, we were very few clubs. I think we were just, five clubs, or even just 4 clubs. Now we've got 10 clubs in Ladies Circle. So that trophy was just to say who is good at, you can't be owing membership fees. You can't be, you have to be attending meetings. You have to be active in social activities. You have to show up when there are projects, and you have to travel to your own AGM. If you miss your own AGM, you don't even qualify to actually be able to take that trophy, because you cannot travel to international before you can fulfill your local obligations. So it so happens that now there are so many, and there is people are good. They are settlers to admire. But that's that slight age that someone is going to be the winner among the others that have been put forward. And sometimes you say, but I've been there. But so it's just like in sports. They actually just measure your foot. The tip of your, if the tip of your boot is just ahead by a slight edge, inches, you are the winner. And this is what we're talking about when we talk about positive expectancy. When two people are approximately equal in all other qualities, an attitude of positive expectancy makes the winning difference in their performance. What do we learn from this mindset? The concept of being in ragged clothing, but having a thoughts and attitude of wealth, and how a mindset change is the answer. And there are a lot of things that are equal to that. Oftentimes, we associate wealth with material possessions, fancy cars, lavish homes, designer clothes. However, true wealth goes far beyond the surface level trappings of luxury. It is state of mind, a way of being that transcends the physical. When you looked at that young boy, and he is in ragged clothes, but what he's looking at is something else, and that is what we want to be able to emulate in our own physical being. Consider the person who wears ragged, worn clothes, but carries themselves with an air of confidence and abundance. You find some people, they are not really well groomed. like in those days when Dr. Mansa was in the agrochemicals, his first, thing, he's agronomist. So when we used to run the farm chemicals limited, would find, and this is what actually uh, were, one of our firstborn child, when he was from holidays and goes to actually visit daddy in the office, and he's seeing these farmers in boots and khaki shorts, and they are there, and he's saying, what does he want? Oh, his farm, so he wants this big, a farm. And at the end of the day, he leaves a big check. And this is what is positive expectancy, where you think that this person who has come in this place actually is not going to buy anything. It also happened to us when we were in Mandahill. You see someone coming, you value them, you actually say, even the girls would be sitting around and saying, just because of the way they were looking. But at the end of the day, it so happens that those are the people that actually buy. They would actually fork out, so much. You said, oh, I want this for my daughter, I want this for my wife, I want this for my mother. We are celebrating, we're having a wedding, and they just buy for everyone else. And you just say, oh, wow. You start to clap and say, okay, our thoughts were wrong, but here is it. That is what we are talking about. A wealth mindset is what it is that we are thinking. We must always think that what it is that we're trying to bring out is that thing that is going to carry us and is going to have a repetitive of the good that we want to see. It is easy to feel poor when our external circumstances do not reflect the wealth we wish to experience. But the secret lies in recognizing that our mindset is the key that unlocks the doors to prosperity. When we shift our focus from what we don't have to what we do have, we begin to attract more of the good we seek. Wow, that is something. When we shift our focus from what we don't have to what we do have, we begin to attract more of the good we seek. A wealthy mindset is characterized by gratitude. Sometimes we have got, things, but we're not even grateful of the little thing that we have. We are looking for that one big thing which we really don't have at the moment. So, a wealth mindset is characterized by gratitude, optimism, and a deep sense of self-worth. Some people just write themselves out. Isn't this us, we are poor. Us, nobody thinks of us. Now, because I have left my job, so nobody's looking at me. No, you've got that thing that is inside you. Be grateful, be optimistic, and have a deep sense of self-worth. It is the understanding that our true value is not desired by the labels on our clothes or the size of our bank accounts, but the richness of our thoughts and the depth of our character. By consciously cultivating a mindset of abundance, we can transform our lives from the inside out. We can walk through the world with our heads high, radiating an energy that attracts the very blessings we wish to receive. This is actually one of the things that really, like, for me, make me, feel so good about myself. Is I still see myself like I am that same person who had, five, shops in the shopping malls. I feel myself as I am the same. In fact, I'm even bigger because I'm able to share, the things that I've, the experience that I've had. I feel myself like, wow, I own the world, because I actually wake up feeling good, expecting good, and making people feel good, making people feel that, okay, maybe me, I've got 36 hours, but I'm just scheduled. I'm just scheduled of the things that I want. I plan my day. I think that today I'm going to have people. So I am ready, for anyone who wants to come through. So let us not be fooled by the illusions of material wealth. Instead, let us embrace the radical truth that our greatest riches lies within. With a mindset shift, we can be in ragged clothing, but possess the thoughts and attitude of true, lasting wealth. And when we look at all these things, we are those things that we can touch. When we are networking, what are we portraying ourselves? Are we always just complaining? Are we always just making those things that really, make our great minds, shifting to those things that we want, or just complaining about the things that are not happening? Don't complain about the things that are not happening. Look at what you want to happen and think through. Yesterday, Ray was talking about how our unconscious mind always makes us have um, you know, these things that we don't even want to think about, but deep down, those are the things that you are thinking, and those are the things that are making us, you know, make life difficult for us. But we continuously do them. We are not seeing the true value of the things that we want at the end of the day. So let's have that positive expectancy so that we can be able to undertake the things that we really want, because the genie doesn't know. It gives you what you're thinking about. And that subconscious mind always comes through for you. And if you change it and start to have this positive expectancy, you'll be able to manage the things that really are of benefit to you. So I actually got some steps that can take to cultivate a wealth mindset. One of them is just to practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. Thank you should be, yes, positive expectancy. Practice gratitude. Start each day by acknowledging the abundance you already have in your life, no matter how small. This shifts your focus from lack to appreciation by laying the foundation for a wealth mindset. The second one, visualize your desired outcomes. A lot of us visualize failure. If I do this, this is going to fail. And for sure, then it fails. And for sure, it is that thing that is failing for you that is not even going to be able to imagine. So always look at, if you've got a case, look at the positive thing that is going to come through. If you've got an assignment, look at those 85 marks that are going to come, the distinctions that are going to come. If you've got any training, look at the graduation, so that we can be able to actually share some of those things that are in our space. So these are the things that we need to be looking at. The other one is affirmations and self-talk. Be mindful of the words you use, both internally and externally. Replace any negative or limiting beliefs with affirmations that empower you. I'm sure you can see that it's become dark. Yes, power has gone, but I think I've got my laptop charged last night, and so we continue to inspire. Um, but it's just gonna be a little bit, dark inside here, because I am indoors. So when you visualize your desired outcomes, it helps you, and also affirmations and the self-talk also is good for you. And you should be able to tell you, replace any negative or limiting beliefs with affirmations that empower you, such as I am worthy of abundance, or wealth flows to me easily and effortlessly. So surround also yourself with wealth conscious people. This is actually becomes a lot easier when we can be able to surround ourselves with wealth conscious people. Surround, who are in your network. Who is in your network? Who is in your network? I just want to type this. Who is in your network? When you find people in your network that inspire you, you are going to feel inspired. So surround yourself with wealth conscious people. Seek out mentors, like us, friends and communicate, and these communities that embody the mindset and behaviors you wish to cultivate. Their influence can be transformative. If you are transformed, if you feel you want transformation to come to you, you have to surround yourself with people that are encouraging you at most of the times. Also adapt wealthy habits. We heard in the story of positive expectancy that adopt wealthy habits. Study the habits and rituals of financial success individuals. Over the weekend, we went to launch a book that has been written by Suzio. So he was saying, cultivate abundance mindset. This is what is when you are able to actually do what achievers do. His book is entitled, I've got the copy here, or it's in the office. Do what achievers do. What do achievers do? Achievers are constantly. Achievers show up. Achievers don't look at the negative, effect of life. Achievers are those people that inspire. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter what clothes they're wearing. They are still being, inspired by life, what life brings. So surround yourself with wealth-conscious people. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that embody the mindset and behaviors you wish to cultivate. Their influence can be transformative. And this is really, really what it is. When you adopt wealth habits, you are including yourself in that thing that incorporates practices like budgeting, investing, and continuously educating yourself about wealth creation. Refrain, also, you have to refrain from these things that cover you in this uh, area where you actually feel sad. Um, you feel that the world is, it just covered you up, and you just want to be depressed and lie in bed. And this is what the mindset change actually encourages, where we are talking about, when you've got the shock of something and you are developing yourself in the change cave, and if you are still in shock at day 3, at day 4, at 1 month, that things are going to change, and you are just blaming yourself, this cannot be happening, it won't help you. So the moment you accept, when you're at that ditch, the cave is, when you're at that bottom pit, and you are still thinking, blaming people, just, saying this cannot be happening to me, you can end up actually ending your life there. And, you just feel that you are unlucky and everything else is happening because of this one. But when you look in the mirror and see that positive expectancy there, you'll be able to actually come out of there, and you start accepting your situation and doing something about it. You just don't accept that it's in the so happy, and you just sit there and forget about anything that is happening your way. No, you accept and start putting activities around your wheel of life so that you can be able to manage and be able to actually ride that ladder again. So adopt wealthy habits. Study the habits and rituals of financial success people, individuals, then you'll be able to actually make the things happen in your area of your expectancy. Reframe your relationship with money. Shift your perspective from money being scarce or difficult to obtain to seeing it as a tool that can be used to create positive change in your life and the lives of others. Because sometimes we think that the money that we don't have now is very difficult. I can't do anything without money. Sometimes you just need to shift your mind and say, okay, what am I going to do, for us to move? Like just this week, our program was approved by Tebeta. We've been saying it's been approved. We did validation and approved, but actually now we actually received the actual thing, the actual correspondence that this is now open. And what are we going to be doing? It has now attached us to say, we can actually go into these institutions, invite them so that they could be able to deliver the mindset change as a skills certificate, to the students that are there. And then we're going to be so many people that have got positive expectancy of things. And you know what? That is the only thing that is going to, that's the differentiator between, poverty, a mindset, or poverty, attitudes that we have to starting to create wealth. If we shift our mindset and we are so good at what we do, we are going to see positive things happening in our lives. And this is cultivating an abundance mindset is one thing that we really, really recognize that there is more to it than there is also enough to go around. My strapline has always been there is enough for everyone. Sometimes we feel that, hey, somebody is doing something that I'm doing. Oh, there are so many coaches, there are so many mentors. No, there is enough for everyone. There is enough for everyone, and we should not feel bad that this is what we're doing. Should not feel discouraged about the things that are there. We should all feel that we are living in abundance and we are taking things that are good for us. So take inspired action. Once you have established a wealth mindset, don't just sit back and wait for it to manifest. Take consistency, aligned actions that move you closer to your desired financial goals. Closer to your desired financial goals. Because everyone, when they wake up, they want to be in abundance. They are looking for things, they're looking for success. Remember, a wealth mindset is not something that develops overnight. It requires patience, it requires persistence and willingness to challenge your limiting beliefs. But with dedication and commitment, you can transform the way you think, feel, and interact with the world around you, just like the young boy's great attitude. So, attitude is everything, and let's be in those. So, today, make one of your 4 imperative things to have positive expectancy and change your attitude to abundance. I thank you for joining us today, and I hope that you got something and be able to share it with that person next to you or near you, or just starting with your family, because our wheel of life, we're in the center where we are managing, things that are aligned in our life, starting with family and home. Mental and education today, we're doing mental and education, and this is really what is amazing about us as individuals. Every day we have to be a learning individual so that we can reach those desired outcomes. Thank you, and see you tomorrow, Wednesday, where we bring you something that you have to wait for and listen, and make someone happy. So, Sunshine Day, thank you so much.